The Harrington family had always been known for hosting extravagant Christmas parties, and this year was no exception. The festive decorations adorned their spacious home, and the scent of freshly baked cookies wafted through the air. Friends and family gathered, laughter and joy permeating every corner. As the clock neared midnight, signaling the culmination of the lively celebration, the mood took an unexpected turn. The doorbell rang, and a hush fell over the crowd as the family wondered who could be arriving so late on Christmas Eve. To everyone's surprise, a figure dressed as Santa Claus stood on the doorstep, his red suit contrasting against the cold winter night. The Harringtons exchanged puzzled glances but decided to welcome the unexpected guest into their home, attributing it to a neighbor playing a festive prank. The Santa figure entered with a jolly ho, 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 that echoed through the hallway. He carried a sack full of gifts, each meticulously wrapped in festive paper and adorned with bows. The children's eyes lit up with excitement as they eagerly gathered around Santa, waiting to receive their unexpected presents. The adults, too, were intrigued by the mysterious arrival. The man beneath the Santa suit seemed to carry an air of mystery. His eyes, visible through the eye holes of the red velvet mask, gleamed with an intensity that set the family on edge. However, in the spirit of the season, they dismissed their unease and embraced the festive atmosphere. The Santa figure moved graciously among the guests, delivering gifts with theatrical flair. As the night progressed, however, a sense of discomfort settled over the partygoers. Santa never removed his gloves, despite the warmth inside the house, and his eyes remained locked onto each person with an unsettling focus. Emma Harrington, the observant daughter of the family, couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. She discreetly snapped a photo of Santa Claus with her phone, planning to scrutinize the image later. The Santa figure, seemingly aware of her scrutiny, turned to her with an eerie smile that sent shivers down her spine. As the clock struck midnight, signaling the official arrival of Christmas Day, the Harrington family decided to capture a group photo to commemorate the festive occasion. They gathered in the living room, posing with Santa at the center. The camera flashed, and the group waited for the photo to materialize. To their horror, Santa Claus was conspicuously absent from the developed image. The family exchanged bewildered glances, unable to comprehend the inexplicable phenomenon. A chill swept through the room as they realized that the mysterious Santa, who had seemingly materialized out of thin air, left no trace in the photograph. As the revelation unfolded, panic rippled through the partygoers. Whispers and anxious murmurs filled the room as people tried to make sense of the unsettling turn of events. The Harringtons frantically searched for the uninvited Santa Claus, but he had vanished as mysteriously as he appeared. The family decided to review the other photos taken throughout the evening, hoping to find some evidence of the enigmatic figure's presence. To their horror, every image that featured Santa Claus had him blurred or distorted, as if an unseen force had actively erased his image from existence. Emma, driven by a sense of curiosity and dread, delved deeper into the digital files on her phone. She came across the photo she had taken of Santa earlier in the evening. To her shock, the image displayed a ghastly sight. The Santa Claus figure had an indiscernible, shadowy face, and his eyes seemed to pierce through the screen with a malevolent intensity. The family, now gripped by a growing sense of fear, decided to investigate the mysterious guest. They contacted neighbors, friends, and relatives, but no one claimed to have invited a Santa Claus to the party. In fact, there was no record of anyone seeing or interacting with the mysterious figure outside the Harrington household. As the night wore on, paranoia and fear spread like wildfire among the partygoers. The once joyful Christmas celebration transformed into a tense and apprehensive gathering. People began to notice subtle changes in their surroundings, the flickering of lights, the ominous creaking of the floorboards, and a pervasive feeling of being watched. The Harrington family, desperate for answers, gathered in the living room to discuss their next course of action. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out, plunging the room into darkness. The air grew heavy, and a disembodied voice echoed through the room, filling it with an unsettling presence. "I have come to claim what is rightfully mine," the voice intoned, its cadence sending shivers down the spines of those present. In the dim light of the emergency candles, the family saw the figure of Santa Claus materialize at the center of the room. His once jolly demeanor had vanished, replaced by a malevolent aura that permeated the space. "You dared to invite me into your home, and now you shall pay the price," Santa proclaimed with a guttural growl, his voice no longer carrying the festive cheer it once did. The family members, paralyzed with fear, watched as Santa raised his gloved hands, the room now illuminated by an eerie red glow. Shadows danced on the walls, contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to writhe in anticipation. One by one, the partygoers succumbed to an unimaginable fate. Santa Claus unleashed a horrifying spectacle of blood and gore, his hands moving with supernatural speed as he claimed each victim. The once festive living room became a gruesome scene of carnage, with the air thickening with the metallic scent of blood. The Harringtons, helpless witnesses to the nightmarish tableau, realized too late the true nature of the entity they had unwittingly welcomed into their home. Santa Claus, or whatever malevolent force had taken on that guise, reveled in the macabre display, his eyes burning with an insatiable hunger for chaos. Emma, the last surviving member of the family, stared in horror at the grisly aftermath. The once celebratory Christmas party had become a massacre, with the walls painted in shades of red and the air heavy with the stench of death. Santa Claus turned his attention to Emma, his eyes locking onto hers with a sinister glee. "You, my dear, shall be the witness to my eternal presence." A reminder that some gifts come with a price. As he approached, Emma felt an otherworldly force enveloping her, rendering her unable to escape the impending doom. The room echoed with a twisted rendition of Christmas carols, each note more haunting than the last. The gruesome tale of the Harrington family and the malevolent Santa Claus would become a cautionary legend in Eldridge, a chilling reminder that some gifts are better left unopened, and some guests are best left uninvited. The once merry household now stood as a haunted monument to the darkness that could lurk beneath the veneer of festive celebrations.